Okay, hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video, I have no idea how it's going to end up, but I know that I want to talk about my laptop today while I do my skincare. So I have some sort of like skincare routine-ish. Let me show you guys. So to be honest, I had recorded about my skincare before and it was too old, so I decided to do it all over again. And now my lotion is kind of like around here in terms of like what's left. I don't know if you guys can see, it's transparent there. And this is my body wash. So, but yeah, I got to use Rosha, the lotion and the body wash. The reason why my lotion is a lot more than my body wash is because you remember how, okay, this wasn't my first time of recording this, but basically, yeah, my skin, because I'm like very oily skinned, I easily get irritated when I use stuff on my skin. So like only coconut oil or anything that's coconut basically like is the best for me. I don't feel like I'm sweating, I'm like all slimy, like oil is dripping over my body. So this one was great, but there's some days where I just feel very irritated and I don't use them. I didn't use them. So I didn't use it today because it's one of those days. So, but I did use the shower gel. So now I just want to use, I got this. I think this is what I got. Did I buy any other thing? I got these two together. I feel like I bought something else together with this, but anyway, I got these two together. This is the 3-in-1 micellar water. So I actually got this mainly because of makeup removing, but apparently it actually cleanses well more than this. So I got this one from Ascent Beauty, and I feel like this is more of like they called it anti-acne daily cleanser. That's what's written on it, right? So I feel like it does more of the anti-acne job than this one actually really cleans. So like when I use this on my face, like when I use this to scrub my face and I come out of the bathroom and I use this on it, they're still like brown, like this stuff is still brown. So I don't know sharp, but anyway, I've been shuffling them. So what I usually do is after creaming my body and showering with shower gel, I use this to wipe my face, and then I use this. So this is a toner. It's a rebalancing toner serum right there. And then I used face cream. So apparently this needs a face cream on it. Like you have to use a moisturizer on this. So I have this day cream that has SPF 15 right there. So that's my skincare basically. It's not any wow anything. I'm just like getting into it, like having a routine, you know. So onto my laptop. So you see this laptop thing here. The reason why a story time is necessary is because I have bought 2 laptops and I returned one. So at first I wanted to get, like, over the years, first of all, how I got this laptop. The laptop was like one of the things that I really needed, not just for my business, but also for my architectural career. So I've only done my 4 years BSc. I haven't done my master's. And my master's is like one of the most important things for me to get certified, because I want to have my own Aki firm. I just want to like, it's possible to have an Aki firm without being certified, but I just want to have everything on a clean slate. I wanted to get HP Spectra. So I've been saving for this. Obviously, there are times where I would have spent out of my savings and all. So this year was like kind of like when my savings, so I have like a financial plan. So like my savings part kind of like skyrocketed to get, because obviously we had like larger project this year and stuff like that. So I was able to like just get bulk of the money now. And then I also have Udemy. So Udemy is like my passive income stream. I have 2 courses on there. And kind of cash comes in through there. So that's how I was able to like get the laptop. The laptop I was in before was HP Pentium. And was an HP Pentium HDD drive, 4 gigabytes RAM, horrible screen. Like it was just very bad. But now I'm using Asus Zephyrus G15. It has a NVIDIA graphics card. That's NVIDIA RTX 3070. It's 16 gig RAM, though I plan to expand it to 40 gig at some point next year. The screen is 100% DCI, I'm using DPI now. And the sRGB is I think about 98% or so. So it is actually color correct, which is one thing I'm happy about. It is color correct. Then it's very fast. like very, very fast. It's Windows 11, so I have that like lovely work experience. Like, so I can work basically without my phone. And then I'm using some of the ASOS tools. Like right now, I'm mirroring my phone screen to my laptop so I can see what I'm filming, which is marvelous. Right. And I edited my last vlog on this laptop, and guys, it exported in 10 minutes. A 10 minutes video normally would have exported in about an hour, but this thing exported in 10 minutes. So I want to push the limits now. I'm trying to see if I can do a 40-minute vlog. That's one of the reasons why I decided to film like the story time, like film a lot of things in this vlog. But I think that's like the summary of the laptop. So I'm just guys about like my whole journey of like getting this laptop. So basically, yeah, everything started with me wanting HP Spectra. So I've been trying to find the perfect laptop that would sit between gaming, so the power of a gaming laptop, and the sleekness and the nice look of a business laptop. So yeah, HP Spectra was one thing that I wanted to get, but at that time I didn't know that for the software that we use in Master, so that's Lumion is the name of software, you actually need a 3050. 3050 is like minimum. Recommended is 3080, and highest is I think 4070 for like proper Lumion experience. Though I've tested Lumion on this laptop, and it works fine, but the benchmark is about 8%. So even this laptop doesn't even cost for Lumion, but it works, right? So I was able to get a 3070 at the price that I had at that time. That was last week, a bit 2 weeks ago now. Last week. Yeah. So HP Spectra was like the first thing that I wanted to get. HP Spectra was the first thing I wanted to get, but I didn't end up getting that. I even saw the laptop in the market when I went to Computer Village. Oh, by the way, I ended up going to Computer Village, you guys. I hate Computer Village. I hate going to that place. Like, I've never gone there before, but I just didn't like the thought of it. But I still ended up going there. So, when I finally gathered money for it, right, I knew that, okay, I was going to be able to gather the money. I just needed, like, clients to pay balance payments, for me to pay myself and stuff like that. So, I started searching for a laptop. So I did my research all over again, and I just left the HP Spectra. I don't care. Also, yes, I needed a laptop that had like touchscreen so that I could just get a stylus and just draw on it instead of buying a graphics tab, because I still needed like to be able to draw digital art and stuff. I need to go back into all the things I used to do. So the whole searching chat brought me to ASOS, the ASOS family. So I saw ASOS OLED. Now, this was what confused me. So apparently, ASOS OLED, like ZenBook OLED, the whole series doesn't actually have a version that has a graphics card, like dedicated GPU, NVIDIA especially, right? So, but then on Jumia, you guys are that from Jumia. On Jumia, it was written there that it had it. So in my mind, I was like, wow, it's touchscreen, it's cute, it's small. I can use a stylus later in future. Like, it's sleek, it uses the Type-C charging cord, like there's fingerprint, there's Face ID, like there's everything, and it's Windows 11, and it's within my budget, and it has graphics card. But that one, he said it had 3050. So I was like, okay, and I'll manage 3050. So like, I ordered this when the laptop came, I didn't see any NVIDIA sticker on the pack. I was like, let me just have faith, you know, to have. I turned on the system. And then I downloaded, there's this software called WinRAR for it to like unzip files. I was already installing my files on it now, and the thing froze, like the laptop was hanging. I was like, So I said, let me check the properties of the system itself. It actually has NVIDIA, and it has Intel X graphics. I was so pissed. Like, when I was like, for this price that I paid, and I don't have NVIDIA, even if it's 20 something that it came with, like, there's no NVIDIA at all. I'm like, nah. So immediately I just requested for a refund, like, for them to come and carry it. But like, it was an emotional roller coaster because I was really scared. The money was a lot, and like, it would have just been a waste of money, and I won't be able to, it won't be easy for me to find a buyer outside of Jumia to buy that laptop for the same price. Last, after everything, I think it took about a week and a half. One day I got a call from Jumia, and they spoke to me. They asked me questions like why I wanted to return the laptop. So now I explained to them from the beginning that, see, you guys, I'm an architect. When you guys on your app, you guys said that to have NVIDIA graphics card, and when it came, it didn't have, and I need it for the software that we need in school. I sent them links to the Lumion requirements site and like everything. So he told me to send screenshots of where, thank God I took screenshots. Because the products on Jumia, it was just one left. Thank God I took screenshots, because if I don't know what would have happened if I didn't take screenshots. So the reason why I haven't took screenshots was because I was trying to find the same laptop outside of Jumia, because to be honest, a lot of people told me not to order from Jumia, and I was actually a bit like hesitant like ordering from Jumia. But because I couldn't find any seller that had the same type and like that it had graphics card, not knowing that it actually doesn't actually come with graphics card, like that was just the problem. So I ended up just going for one on Jumia. So because of me searching for it, I took screenshots of the specifications from Jumia. That was how I actually had the specs. If not, I don't know what would have happened though. Anyway, so after the call, he gave me his WhatsApp number to send screenshots. I sent everything. And I think about like an hour or 2 hours after, I just got notification that my money has been initiated for refund. I was like, hey, I was so happy. So that was when I now started talking to new buyers. I knew people that I found at Computer Village to check what they had. Okay, yes, within that period of me waiting. So my action of faith was more of like me searching for one I'll actually buy. So that was when a friend of mine told me about Asus Zephyr. So I did some research on it, and I saw that it was a gaming laptop that didn't look too bad. Like it actually looks, it doesn't look too gamey. It looks fine. It's not too gamey, but it's just that it doesn't have a webcam and it's not touchscreen. And at that time, I didn't even know that it had fingerprints, because they didn't mention anything about fingerprints online. It was when I was setting up the laptop that I saw that it had fingerprints. It prompted me to do fingerprints. I was like, oh, so the laptop isn't that bad actually. So they just were like, so I've been using the laptop. Laptop has been great. I went to Computer Village with my dad. My dad followed because, girl. Anyway, I was able to get a share for I think about 20k less than what I had. So I was able to use the 20k to buy data to install on my softwares and everything. Though I still have one more software to install, AutoCAD. I haven't installed AutoCAD yet. So I haven't installed softwares that I don't even know how to use yet, that I'm going to learn. And then now I have After Effects, and I can go back to my motion graphics. So right now, that's like my first task of the day actually. I'm relearning motion graphics. I have ArchiCAD, I have Revit, I have SketchUp, I have Lumion, I have like, it's just, I'm so happy. Very soon I'll download Blender if I want to go into 3D. I'm not sure if I want to go into 3D, to be honest. At the point I want to leave soft life, people will be doing all the work for me. I can't be stressing myself. So if down the line I don't need to like learn 3D, I can just get someone that will just do 3D stuff for us thing. I won't bother, but I mean, I have the opportunity to do that. So I'm really excited about it, Sha. So yeah, the laptop is great. I've not had any. Oh, by the way, this is the second one of this thing. Hey. So when I go to the shop now, because like this one came with 16 gig RAM, there was another one that was 40 gig RAM and 2 terabytes. It was about 150k extra. But I couldn't like pull together 150k in like that short period of time. So I was like, and I don't need 2 terabytes space. What am I using terabyte space for? I can always buy a hard drive to keep like things that maybe videos or stuff like that in the hard drive. So I went for the 16 gig and 1 terabyte. So the 16 gig was 8 on board and 8 in like a slot that you can change. So I wanted to upgrade the RAM. So at least the RAM would be up to what I need. And then 32 gig RAM for Lumion. So I upgraded it to I think 24 because it's 8 gig on board. So I just have to put a 16 gig. So 16 gig instead of 32 gig. So but then the RAM that he put, I feel like it wasn't compatible with the laptop because it kept like, you know, they call blue screen where like showing your system running a problem. So when I did that, after like a few days, started showing that. So I went back again and he gave me a complete new one, like complete unit. So I had to install my apps, like do everything over again. So, but yeah, it's working fine. It hasn't done the blue screen. I have not had any issues. It's charging fine. It's just that one downside to these gaming laptops is the battery. So like, because it has a graphics card and like it takes a lot of power, once the graphics card starts running, like if you open any software that requires a graphics card and it starts running, the battery will just be going down. Like that's just the only thing. And to be honest, I don't think it's bad. The light in my area is not that bad, and it's not all the time that I actually use this software. So I think I will be fine. So yeah, that's the story on how I got my laptop and how I've been enjoying it. I'm not really a tech person, so like a tech YouTuber, so I'm not gonna do all those, probably just B-rolls sharp. But that's basically it. That's basically it. If there's any other thing that I, come across at some point, I'll just probably share it if I'm vlogging at that time. I don't know. But yeah, that's everything about how I got my laptop. So, I want to just run through things that I have to do today. Let me see. Some days ago, I have a to-do list app called, I'm using Microsoft To Do right now. In fact, I've used a lot of to-do list apps. But, I can't find them now. So you guys, this thing here that you're seeing here, all these things, these are, I'll call them my storyboards for motion graphics for different case studies. So I'm supposed to do for all of those case studies, and I have to it's a lot still. Anyway, okay, I found my task. So the things that I have to do, I've already edited the YouTube video of my list. I was supposed to send a pitch deck to a VC firm. Then I'm supposed to send a proposal to Peace Italy. But I'm still trying to figure out the refinements of the proposal. I don't know. I feel like it's not making sense. Then I'm supposed to do sales script. So I'm trying to see how we can hire salespersons for Seraphix, because to be honest, I see sales thing. It's not my forte. I do it, but it's not really my forte. So I want to create a sales program where you earn on commission basis. So if you bring a client of, let's say, 5 million naira, you get 10% of the money, but it's capped at 150k or 100k or something like that. So that's what you get on when you bring in sales. That's your plan of the program. So I want to create all the sales scripts. I think it's even if they have their own system that they use, but they have to be on brand. So that's why I create our own sales script and I create everything so that even me myself, once in a while, I can just reach out to people and just use it. So I just want to do that. I paid for a program that they taught sales. It was 150k middle of the year by Robert Yakubu, and I learned a lot. So I just need to create everything down for Seraphix. I know that okay, that's it. Then yeah, there's something that I have to do that I've not written down here, but I need to do proposals. I need to request for sponsorship money from organizations for Ghaneta at school. I just want to see how it will be if I can get some maybe if I can raise up to 2M 500k from 4 companies, and see how I can get money for TVC 2.0 to make it a little bit better, a little bit more grand, actually pay for tutorship from top people in the industry, and see how we can even make the program to be free for some people. So basically part of the sponsorship money we used to pay for people's feeding, people that cannot afford it, students, people like that. So that's what I'm thinking of doing. Then to be honest, I need to I don't know, there's a lot of things for Ghaneta school that's just very slow. So I need to kind of figure that out. Those are the things I have to do really. And eat, sleep, watch movie. But yeah, let's get into the day. morning, guys. Today is a new day. I want to just talk to you guys about the new organizational structure that I figured out for an agency type business. So a business that renders services to other business, especially if it's B2B. It's B2B, yeah. It's B2B. So as at right now at Serifix, we just have like a group of people with different skills. And these different people, they've come to be at Serifix based off of like what our clients needed whenever they like request. So like if a client comes down and says that they need something, and I'm like, okay, this is in the same industry like of what we do. It's something that I also plan to do as a service. So I just get someone and like, we run it. So that's kind of like how it has been happening. But at this point now, I'm thinking of actually creating a proper structure. So this was where my research for like, it wasn't really research, to be honest. I was watching a Korean series, and in the Korean series about that is a marketing agency, and how this woman rose to the top of this marketing agency. Anyway, it was in that agency that I saw the structure and how it worked, like how they interacted with themselves, how they got things done in terms of like, it's funny how I learned this thing from a movie, but basically is just see it as this. So you have a chief creative director. You have a chief creative director, and this chief creative director heads different creative directors. So creative director is a higher position than art director. As a creative director, you are more in relation with clients. So like you actually you are the one that is like relating with clients, understanding what they need. You are the one that also does negotiating prices, stuff like that. And then like all those information is usually passed out to the art director, who carries the information and manages the team of people. So usually the creative director and art director are like working in hand together. And sometimes the creative director can bring along the art director on some certain client meetings or presentations, especially if it is presentations. So like they started doing the work and then they need to present. So the art director would be there with the creative director presenting to the clients. Sometimes some of the team leads would also be in those presentations, depending on how large the project is or how large the team involved on that particular project is. So this structure basically is just the chief creative director, who is like heading all the creative directors, and then you now have art directors under these creative directors. So one creative director can have 2 art directors under them, and each of these art directors heads their own team of skill set or talents. So the art director is on top, and then you now have maybe lead brand strategists. Then you have lead marketing strategists, and then these team leads now head. So under the lead brand strategists can have like maybe 2 other brand strategists that are kind of like in junior role, just coming up. So all these people all fall under these art directors in quotes, and these art directors manage the whole team, making sure that everybody's doing that. So basically the art director will be like communicating with these team leads. The team lead knows that, okay, I have 2 people under me, so I'm leading the project, but I have 2 people to assist me. That's the kind of situation. It's not as if the team lead will dump the work on the juniors, because that's what a lot of people do in this workspace. Like, but you're the leader, so you're the one actually doing the work, but you have assistants. That's why they are paid less, because they are assuming an assisting role. So that's basically the structure for running an agency. So I just thought to just share that with you guys. I don't know if anybody here is watching me as an agency too, but this is something that I may have learned, right? And I think it's a thing to like emulate. So what I'm trying to do now is I'm taking them one by one. So you remember I said that you have like different creative directors and an art director. So right now it's just me that's creative director. So there's just one creative director, and then I have one art director. We have one art director. I just promoted him actually from brand designer to art director. So he's kind of going through training and like practicing. So I still like assist him sometimes. But that's the plan. So my plan right now is to kind of flesh up each of these things. So I am trying to write down the list of positions that are needed under this art director and kind of get people in those positions. So yeah, I think in my next video I will talk about, should I end this vlog here? I should probably end this vlog here because I don't think I have anything else to add in this vlog. Except if I go out sharp. Boom. That's going to be the end of my talk with you guys, and if you guys learn something new, if you guys have questions, like just comment down below and I'll definitely answer you guys. Bye.